need, James.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. Same with me. So you need a foam roller and something put between your knees for the internal and external rotation movement. So I'm going to use two pads.
Okay.
So if you can just see there, the kind of blue pads there. Foam roller, mat, and a wall. Hopefully, we've got four of them. Three if we've got a fancy house. That should be me in spotlight. Should be recorded. And we will set up the backup recorder. Yeah, let's go. So, what we're going to do first of all is a little stretch just for the hips itself called the lizard stretch. So, we're going to get ourselves onto the mat itself, and we're going to have ourselves in plank position. Left leg comes high. We're just going to rotate round, back out. Right leg high, all the way around and back out. We're going to go for a minute altogether. So, in 3, 2, 1, off we go. Left leg high, rotate, nice and slow controls. Right leg high, rotate, back in, left leg high, and so forth. So nice, controlled. Really try and sit into that hip if you can. Keeping the back knee just off the ground. So rather than kneeling on the back leg, have it off the ground so we've got a good stretch and rotate. 30 seconds gone. So the first part of the warm-up's just really trying to get us moving. And then the second part of the class today is going to be the hips. Hips. Internal and external rotation. Mainly internal. It tends to be one that gets really, really blocked. 5 seconds. Maybe come on more in. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to tall kneeling, and we're going to do our cat cow. So cat cow, and we get you to rotate the hands in the way, so the fingertips are pointing towards each other. Now I want you to take a nice deep breath in. We're going to go through the middle of the chest, tuck the head in, breathe out, rock the head back. Deep breath in, and back out. Again, deep breath in. Squeeze the middle of the back and back out. Try and work with your own breathing. Don't be in a rush. Nice controlled. Push that chest through as you come down. Really push through the middle of the back, thoracic spine, and back out. Last one, deep breath in, and back out. Good, turn hands around. 4-point kneeling again. We're going to sit back onto the heels, and then back forward. Onto the heels, and then back forward. So really reach forward if you can. Bring yourself as far forward as you can as well. So really sit back, stretch the hands up, tuck the head in, and then come back out. Up on the back. Forward. Again, keeping the knees and the feet quite close together. Sit right back onto the hips, onto the heels, and then shift your weight forward to your shoulders or over the wrists. All the way back, forward. All the way back. 5, 3, 2, 1. Last one in the warm up, onto our backs. Give yourself plenty of space. Arms are going to be in T-bar position, and legs are going to be up at 90 degrees. And what we're going to do is pick our leg rolls side to side. So small to one side. Try to keep your shoulders down. Again, just go as far as you feel comfortable going. And we've got 1 minute on side to side here. So again, just going side to side, keeping that shoulders down as much as you can. Maybe stretch for that lower back and also that thoracic spine. Got a big game of golf tomorrow, so I need to get my back moving. Again, breathe in nice and regular. Try and breathe in as you come towards midline and breathe out as you go away from it. Then breathe in and breathe out. 5 seconds, guys. Last bit of warm up. In 3, 2, 1. Excellent. You're going to have your wall, and you're going to grab your either spiky ball or your wee bit of foam pads for between the knees. And what we're going to do is going to have some isometric holds. So we're going to have our feet 90 degrees on the wall, foam between the knees. And all we're going to do is have the bottom leg touching the ground, so it's right down the base of the wall, and the top leg is going to come up as high as we can. I'm going to hold that for the minute, okay? We're going to push the knees down, push the ankle up. So we're what we call internally rotating that hip. So if the legs are straight, we're here. And if you're looking straight down, you should see my ankle above my knee. So we're rotating at the hip. Things to make sure we're not doing is we're not leaning with the trunk. Trunk stays nice and flat, okay? So 90 degrees off the wall, bottom foot is touching the floor and the skirting board, top foot is nice and light on the wall. In 3, 2, 1, we're going to lift that top leg up and we're going to hold there, okay? It's a long minute hold. You might start to cramp deep inside the hip itself. If you do, just reset and go again. Lift that top leg by pressing the knee into the bottom knee. The pads are just there to protect the bottom knee. Lifting that top leg up. Really trying to lift that heel. Lift from the heel rather than the toes. Squeeze here. A long isometric hold. Hips. Deep internal rotators are going to be working. Obturator. Gemellus. A few of the ones that we've done. Obturator Oblivion before with the class. Really try to get this deep stabilizers working. We're lifting that leg. It's going to get heavier and heavier as we go through the reps and sets. Squeeze that heel high in 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Change round, opposite side. Feet against the wall, flat. Hips at 90, knees at 90. Press the knees down, lift the top leg up. And you might find that one hip has better range than the other. Just work on both. Be aware that you might have to do a wee bit of work on the opposite side. Squeeze knees together. Lift that heel high. Working from the hip, working the outside of the thigh. Really try to make it maximal. Be intentional through your lift. Squeeze and hold. If there's any sharp pinch and pain, just back out a wee small bit, but it should be quite a fatigue type symptoms you feel into that hip itself there. Lifting that heel as high as you can, just hold in this position. 10 seconds, guys. 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Shift back. Second set. Over we go. First leg. Feet against the wall. 90 degrees at the hip and 90 degrees at the knee. Press the knee down. Lift the top leg up. So the top leg's probably not touching the wall. It's away from the wall. Bottom leg is pressing into the wall. Top leg's pressing down into the bottom leg. You're squeezing that heel as high as you can. We're working in millimeters. Really try to grab the extra millimeter. Really trying to lift that heel. Work hard, squeeze. Not the toes, so we're not rotating. It's the heel that's trying to get the highest point. Heel's lifting. Really work hard. It's got to be an active movement rather than passive. So once you get there, still try and grab that extra millimeter. Work hard here. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. On the cusp of cramp. 3, 2, 1, and that's good work. Switch over. Ready? Second set, second leg. Press the bottom leg into the wall. Lift the top leg up. Long through the trunk. We're not leaning forward. We're lifting just from the hip. Really working round about that hip. Good work. Internal rotation. So press that knee in. Lift the heel high. Squeeze here. Working in millimeters. Grab the next millimeters. Try and get that wee bit higher. Into that ache. Not sharp pain. Discomfort's fine. Sharp pain's not. Squeeze. Squeeze. Long through the trunk, long through the spine. Press into the wall. 3, 2, and relax there. Third set. First leg. Feet against the wall. Press into the wall, the bottom leg. Lift the top leg up. Off we go. Squeeze in here. Try and get that heel above the knee. Internal rotate. 3 points of contact. Trunk long and strong. Bottom foot pressing into the wall. Top foot off the wall, but knee pressing down. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Press there. Press and hold. Squeeze. 15 seconds, guys. Last 15 of this drill. Squeezing these together. Lift the heel. Two, 1, and relax there. Switch around. Opposite side. Last one. Feet against the wall. Trunk nice and long. Press the top knee down. Lift up. Off we go. Squeeze here. Really work in millimeters. Try and grab the next one. Deep breath in. As you breathe out, just try and lift that heel further. Press so mightily, knees together. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Squeeze, knee down, heel up. Ten seconds, guys. Last 10 seconds. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Ready? 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good job. Just pop the pads to the side. We're going to go into our second isometric hold, which is going to be for the outside of the hip again. We'll be side lying. So we lie on our sides. The key thing with this one here, shoulders stay stacked, so shoulder over shoulder, knee over knee, ankle over ankle. What we're going to do is we're just going to lift that top leg up, and it stays just slightly behind. We're going to hold there for a minute. Okay, the first 15 to 20 seconds, you'll be like, oh, this is not too bad. The last 40 seconds might start to be a wee bit more of a struggle. Key thing, keep the pelvis pointing straight up towards the roof. So the pelvis doesn't drop forward, pelvis doesn't drop back the way, it stays stacked. So this hip should be on top of the bottom hip itself. In 3, 2, one. Off we go. Lift past neutral. Squeeze it back. Lift higher if you can. Lift as high as you feel comfortable going without the pelvis rotating. So pelvis stays level. Hold here. Again, we'll try to squeeze with the heel. Heels lifting the weight. Hold here. 20 going. Halfway, lift the heel, lift that a little bit higher. Squeeze that extra couple of millimeters out, lift a wee bit higher. Hold here. Keep your balance. Stack the pelvis. Squeeze higher. 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds, same side. And 5, 3, 2, 1. Up we go again. Behind and high. Stay high. Stay high. Stay stacked with the pelvis. Head resting on shoulder. We're not up on our arms here. We're letting the trunk go long. We're lifting again. High again. High again. Lift again. Higher, higher, higher. Go to that muscle ache. Muscle's working hard now. Higher, higher, higher. Lift, lift, lift. Don't let it come forward. Keep it staying back. Again, lift, lift, lift. Higher, higher, higher. Keep it high. Don't let it drop down. 5, 3, 2, 1. 10 seconds. Same side. Last rep. Last rep. Same side. Toes tucked up towards you. Heel leads the way. 3, 2. Long through the arms. Long through the trunk. Off we go. High, high, high. Keep the pelvis stacked. Take up the slack. Go higher if you can. You'll probably find that you'll slowly start to drop down to you, so just retake that position. Retake the height. Retake that height. Halfway there. Got to be high, got to be back. Don't let the legs sneak forward. So as you look down, you shouldn't see that top leg at all. So it shouldn't be forward. It should be behind and high. Retake the slack. 5, 3, 2, 1. And back down. Good job. Switch rounds. 3 sets of 1 minute. Second leg. Long. Ready. Off go. Lift behind. Lead with the heel. Hold here. Knees long. Toes pulled up. Squeeze the extra range. Long through the spine. Try not to be resting on the elbow. Be long line down through that shoulder. Keep taking the slack up. Higher, higher, higher. Higher, higher, higher. Right seconds, guys. Higher, higher, higher. Working hard. Breathing's got to be nice and controlled. Breathe into that discomfort. Hold there. The shake is real. In 3, 2, 1. Back down. 10 seconds. Breathing's got to be good. 3, 2, 1. Off we go. high, high, high. Interesting fact, after a third decade, we start to lose muscle strength. After a fourth decade, we start to lose muscle power. And that's why a lot of the power drills that we do, you might find a wee bit more achier than normal, because we have to build that power. Yes, we've got the strength, or yes, we're maintaining strength, but we've got to utilize that strength into a power capacity, pushing off the ground, driving off the ground. That's where we kind of keep our speed and our forward propulsion as high as we can. Work hard here, push, 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 higher, higher, higher. Now we're cooking. 10 seconds. 3, 2, and 10 seconds recovery. Good job. Give a little shake out neat. You've got one last set to go. One last set. Outside the hips, letting you know it's working hard now. That glute with the IT bands, with the TFL, all this nice sort of lateral hips. Ready? Off we go. Hold high. Squeeze that heel high. Squeeze high. Squeeze high. Now we're working. Lifting from the heel. Five, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Second, relax, a little shake out, guys. Good job. We use our wall again and grab our foam roller. We'll do our 90-90 wall rolls next. 90-90 wall rolls. So we'll have ourselves feet on the wall, foam roller between the knees, slight pelvic tilt, and we're just going to roll the hips from side to side. Okay, so if you're looking at the foam roller, you should see the foam roller rolling from side to side. Okay, you're trying to think about the knees going straight up towards the roof. No hip swing. Hips stay central. It's all coming from dropping the hip into the space that you create with your pelvic tilt. Okay, so wall is where the feet are going to be. Knees at 90-90. Foam rollers just below the knee, it's under the quad, just so it's got space to roll into. Ready? Off we go. Rolling from side to side. Not too big a movement. It's maybe about 3 to 4 centimeters. You're just getting that hip degreased. So again, we've worked it quite hard with the last 2 drills. We're just going to degrease that hip now. So pelvic tilt, lift the hip off the ground, try and find yourself dropping into that same space. It's quite a subtle movement, but we're just rolling that hips from side to side. We're not swinging, we're rolling. 5, 3, 2, 1. Exit. Rotate round to your left side. Feet are still on the wall. Foam roller still in the same place. We're at 90 degrees. And again, we're going to stay there. We're just rolling that hips forward and backwards. Ready? Off we go. Roll forward. Roll back. Roll forward, roll back. Really try to get as deep a movement into the hips as we can. So really roll back, roll forward. Bottom leg should be pressing into the floor. Top leg goes forward and back. Seconds. We also get this head loosened off after we work that deep internal rotators, deep stabilizers. We're just trying to get them working. So press the knees together, pull the top knee back in 3, 2, 1. Switch over, switch down. So left leg's going to be high. Feet against the wall. Foam roller to the knees. Arm nice and long. Off we go. Roll that top leg forward. Roll that top leg back. Trying to get that pelvis really moving into internal rotation, into external rotation. Upper body staying reasonably flat, but it will have slight rotation as we pull back and slight forward rotation as we move forward. Looking at the middle of the foam roller, you should see it rolling. If it's staying still and the hips are swaying, try and pin the bottom leg down so we're just rolling that hip forward and backwards. It was rolling on the river that Tina Turner said, not swaying on the river. So roll back, roll forward. That song's going to be stuck in your heads all day then. Rolling on the bottom leg. 5, 3, 2, 1. Excellent, good job. Pop yourself up in standing. We're into our next drill, our runner's drive. So pop the mats to the side, pop foam rollers to the side. Our runner's drill. So we're going to have ourselves against the wall. We're going to start left leg down, right leg up. Heel comes off the ground. And all we're going to do is walk ourselves back down the wall. Long out the back. Then we're going to walk ourselves back up the wall. Back down. And then back up again. Good job. We're starting 5 seconds. So, left leg down. Give yourself a bit of space to go into your head. Arm length away from the wall. Up on toes. And off we go. Slowly walk down the wall. Reach out as far as you can. The back leg going straight. Front leg being bent. Drive through the ground. Stand up top. Second rep. All the way out. All the way back in. All the way out. So slower rather than fast. Spend time under tension. Working the glutes, working hamstrings, working quads. And calf. If you feel you want to, just put the foot down flat. If your calf starts to fatigue, then you might have a race at the weekend. Just put the foot down flat. Drive through. And time. Change over. Right foot down. Left foot's going to be high. Ready. Straight in. Off we go. Walk down the wall. Walk back up the wall. Drive into the ground. Hand hold on the wall should be light and for balance only. Up. Nice and controlled. Get as low as you can. Don't worry about how many reps you get done. Worry about the depth of the rep. Last one. Squeeze out this last one. 10 seconds. 3, 2, One, excellent. Second set, first leg. Left leg down, right leg up. Toes down, heel up. Ready? Off we go. Down we go. Up we go. Drive through. Really finish well. Straighten that stance leg out as we drive through. Drive at the ground. Push, 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 push. Stand tall. Tuck pelvis under. Next rep. Two. Two. Last rep. Squeeze this last rep in. Drive through. And finish there. Second set, second leg. Right leg's going to be down. Left leg's going to be up. Ready? Off we go. All the way down low. All the way back up high. Right through. Finish well. Straight leg. As we come through, balance on that leg, heels off the ground, nose we can go. Drive back up through. 5, 3, 2, 1. Finish at the top. First leg, third set. First leg, third set. Ready? Off we go. Slow, slow, slow. Out nice and long. Drive through. Finish well. There we go. Out we go. Low we go. Finish well. Wall. Walk back up the wall. Nice and light. Drive. Good work. Good work. Press to the ground. Stand up tall. 5, 3, 2, 1. Finish well. Switch over. Last one. Right leg. Third set, right leg. Off we go. Up tall. Drive down. Slow, 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 slow. Spend a bit of time on the tension at the bottom, then transition. Slow, slow, slow. All the way out. Then transition. Good work. Two. Out. 3, 2, 1, and finish at the top there. Well done. Realize a little shake out. Got one last minute to finish off. One last minute, guys. One last minute. Grab your mats. If you've got a race in your care, you might want to back out. If you've got any pain in your knee, you might back out. Switch jumps. Right foot forward. Nice spring. 3, 2, 1 minute in total. Off we go. Nice springs. Keeping the heels off the ground. Keeping the stride length nice and short. Plyometrics, one of the biggest and best ways of reducing our 5K time trial time. Having them quite regularly, twice to 3 times a week. 5 times 30 seconds is what the latest research has suggested. So little and often. They use skipping as one of their main tools for the plyometrics. But if you can't skip, jump on the spot, create some sort of tension through the Achilles. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax there. Good job, guys. Let me pause the recording. Well done. Very good. Bit of a developer today. The hip will start feeling a bit achy later on. That's quite normal. And also, we backed out the calves a wee small bit at the end just to make sure they don't overcook. Well done. So we did our warm-up today. Lizard stretch, going into the cat-cow, hip twist and child's pose. Dynamic child pose there, just working onto hip depth. We then went into our isometric internal rotation holds, our isometric abduction hold. We went to a runner's drive, and then we finished off with some wall 90-90s and some switch jumps. Good job. Any questions, any queries, any concerns at all there?
Oh, that's fine.
Good job, guys. Well done.
So when we were lying with our feet on the floor, why did we need to use the wall for the first one, where we had the cushion between our
Rotation.
knees?
Yeah,
Yeah.
create a fixed point. You want to press down through that foot to get the glute engagement of the bottom leg.
Bottom leg.
Pivot the top leg up. Yeah, the top leg shouldn't be touching the wall with that first one, the internal
Okay.
rotation one. Because as you lift higher, the distance between your foot and the wall gets more and more. But you're trying to ground yourself by pressing that bottom leg into the ground
All
to
right.
get the glute
So
working.
it's suppressing the bottom leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can do it without the wall. It's then called an open chain exercise. Running's quite a closed chain drill when we're driving into the ground, so we're trying to recruit the glute whenever we can. So it's just a wee little tweak to it to make sure that we're actually getting a closed chain on that bottom leg.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I noticed the difference when I pressed into the wall.
Yeah, and just try to press down through the heel if you can. I probably didn't make that really clear, but pressing down through the heel midfoot rather than the forefoot itself. So rather than on a tiptoe when you're doing that one there, try and press the heel in. You tend to find the heel pressure is hamstring and glutes. The forefoot pressure is quads and calf. So if you can get that hind foot working just a wee bit more with any of the drills, same like if you're doing any like work in the gym squat wise, drive through the mid to back of the foot rather than be on the forefoot itself. Unless we're working the forefoot specifically, which we'll do the floating heel work.
Okay, thank you.
I love the question. Anybody else?